Hey, Mombies!
I'm Moima.
Hey, Mombies! It's Karima with an M. I am here with my little twin. That kind of rhymes. Um, Today I'm going to be showing you all my summer. No, not summer, but there's 4 amazing DIYs that I did and I enjoyed it. I had fun doing it. It was beautiful. I think the outcome of all of it was beautiful. I didn't know what I was going to do when I started it. I was in a Dollar Tree store trying to figure out what to purchase and how was it going to come together. I was so scared, but I knew it would be fun.
I'm fine.
And if you're wondering why my bunny ears are on, she put them on me. So yes, it's way past Easter, but she decided to put the bunny ears on. So I said, "Oh, birds are cute too." So I put the birds on. But yeah, today I'm going to be showing you all 4 amazing Dollar Tree DIYs that I recently did. And they were fun. Like, I had a good time doing it. I really did. And they're like so creative. I created I'm trying to find names for them. But I created a fairyland. Like, it's like little fairies. I created that, like a table centerpiece to put in the middle of our table. I created one of those. I created a Mother's Day gift for my mother-in-law. I also created a canvas, like a yeah, you can call it a canvas, like a spring summer canvas. You can do either or. I also created Mila pulls in the camera. But okay. I also created what was the other one? I did a 3-tier tray, and that was really easy. I think that was the easiest one that I did, and I just had fun just decorating it. But keep watching the video. But without further ado, let's get into the video, and I hope you all enjoy it. Like it, subscribe, comment. Let me get to know you. You get to know me. Right, me? Let's say you get to know me. Say me. Say me. Say let. Say let. Me. Okay, say get. To. No. No, not that kind of no, honey. She thought I was saying no. Say no. No, not that kind of. Look at her face. Look at. Say hi, guys. Say hi, mummies. If you all really like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know that you like it so I can post more content like this. And if you don't like it, then just give it a thumbs down, but I'd rather have a thumbs up. But yeah, like, subscribe, or watch the whole video first and then like it and subscribe it, rate it after you're done, or comment down below. And also, comment down below and let me know what was your favorite. I would really like to know, because my favorite out of all of them, I honestly don't know, because they all were beautiful. I really enjoyed. Okay, so I'm actually recording this voiceover on Mother's Day. So if you are watching my video on Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. And I really hope that you all are enjoying it, or enjoyed it if you see it on Monday. I really hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the video. Right here, I'm actually making the canvas. And you see the tools that I actually used. It's laid out for you all to see. I got hot glue stick, command strips, E6000, 6 canvas, picture frames, and some wood rollout. I don't really know the name of it. Some scissors and 2 boards, a hole puncher that I actually don't use. I end up using a knife and some hot glue. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to be doing is actually measuring my wood paper. That's what I'm calling it, but I purchased it from Dollar Tree. I know there's a correct name for it, but I don't know the name of it as of right now. So I'm going to stick to wood paper due to the design that it has on it. So I ended up using the whole thing. It's just I wish I would have measured it ahead of time to actually see if it fits, but I made it work. If you all keep watching, you'll see the video of me making it work. Right here, I'm also punching holes into the paper. I guess this is for me as of measuring it, but as the video goes on, you'll be able to see that I really didn't use the holes because I had to punch holes in the wood paper as well. So right here, I'm showing you all that I'm only going to be using 2 boards instead of 3 because I figured using 2 boards it'll be a little less thick, and then on the 3 side it would have been too thick and it wouldn't have looked as real. But if you keep watching the video, you'll see that it actually turned out to be a beautiful piece. In the beginning, I was a little skeptical as well. I was just looking like, okay, is this going to work? But it ended up working for me. Right here, I'm actually using some E6000 to actually hold the boards together firmly. So when I use the hot glue a little later on, the hot glue will dry faster than the E6000, but the E6000 will dry a little later on and it'll actually hold the piece together. If that makes sense. I know that was a mouthful. Okay, right here I am adding hot glue to the poster board just to get both of the boards to stick together. So one poster board is going to have hot glue on it, the other isn't. I'm just going to lay the other board on top of the board with the hot glue. It's like a sandwich, okay, just to make it a little thicker. I didn't want to use 1 board and it looks so thin. I didn't want to use 3 boards and it looks so thick. I wanted to use 2 boards and it looks perfect. Right here, I am pushing down on the hot glue just to make sure that both of the boards are sticking together properly. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. But no, I am actually, I was pushing down on it to make it stick together. And it actually held together pretty well. And it still is. I don't know if you all see that little blue clip, but I eventually ended up using a blue clip that I normally use on like my cereals and whatnot, just to keep it clamped together and give a little extra firmness to it. But I eventually only had 1, so that's what I used. Normally I would have probably tried to use at least 4 of them for each side, but I could not find them. I think my toddler did something with them. Right here, I'm kind of sort of eyeing it, trying to get the paper on there properly and as tight as possible with no, no lumps in it or folds or creases. I'm trying to get it as perfect as possible. Now, it's not going to be completely perfect, but it will be beautiful. So right here, to keep the wood paper down, as what I'm calling it right now because I don't know the name, but to keep that down onto the poster boards, I used hot glue and E6000 on the board. I didn't use as much E6000, but I did use a lot of hot glue. getting the paper glued down on the opposite side, I ended up flipping it over and basically folding it on each end to make sure that it wasn't showing on the other side. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but yeah, that's basically what I did. And I used hot glue to keep it down. And also, I did not try to put the wood paper on the back of the board because it was just really irrelevant to even do it. Because the back is not going to be being shown, only the front. So I just, did the front. So this is how it looks when the paper is on. It's good to go. And honestly, this is your mini canvas. Now you can do whatever you want to do with it. Me personally, I bought 6 smaller canvases from Dollar Tree. And I love these canvases because they were so beautiful and unique and different. And it had burlap on it, on the writing area down at the bottom of the frame. It had burlap, and it had like nice little sayings on the bottoms of it. And the colors, the neutral colors, was really eye-catching. So I really love this piece that I did. It was my first time, and I actually loved doing it. It was peaceful. It was just calm. And at the moment, my toddler was nowhere around. So I got it done. So yeah, this is how it's going. I actually used a couple of my pictures that I had in my picture frames and just stuck them on there, and you know, I really think it worked. It was perfect. So I had the right pictures, the right sizes. I think I had to cut down, I think 1 or 2 pictures, but all in all, it was a perfect mash, and it worked out perfectly. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is how I got the pictures to attach, and it stayed on. I don't think I used E6000 or any of that Scotch glue to attach these pictures. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But the hot glue, if you have hot glue, that is okay. You don't really need the E6000. Well, if you want, to keep the picture, on there for a while, then yeah, use E6000. But this stayed perfectly. And also, I meant to mention in the beginning as well, when I first started pasting the canvases down, On the back of the canvases, there are like stands where you can actually stand the picture up. I ripped those off just so it can lay more flatly against the bigger canvas that I made. Okay, so at this point, I was done with the canvases and I found some beautiful greenery and some lavender flowers. So I just took those and hot glued it on there just to jazz it up a bit. It looked a bit plain. So I put some greenery on there and honestly, it really made it pop. Now, I got those from Dollar Tree. This welcome sign, I'm using a welcome sign that originally had burlap string to it. I just took the burlap string off of it. Yes, the little holes was up there, but I really didn't mind because the piece turned out to be really, really beautiful to me. And the welcome sign was actually purchased from Target's Dollar Spot for $3. It was perfect. It was amazing. It was worth it because it was wood and it had flowers and butterflies all over it. If you can see it in the video, there's like a lot of little white lines all over it. Yeah, that's flowers and butterflies on it. So this is perfect for the summertime, or you can say spring going into the summer, but my kitchen is gonna stay this way all the way up until the summertime due to the fact that we are moving. So I don't want to keep decorating our kitchen that we're currently in right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's how I attached my welcome sign with hot glue, and that was honestly it, just hot glue. So here I am literally, like honestly, using 2 pieces of fruit. The fruits are lemon and they came from my daughter's kitchen. She has a little kitchen with a lot of fake food, and I said I wanted my kitchen to be lemon, so I had to input lemon somewhere. And you guys, it was beautiful. It turned out so beautiful. Like, I was so excited with the outcome. I thought it was gonna be horrible. I thought I was gonna mess up. I'm so happy I created this piece. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then also, if you've seen that part, I took the greenery that was left from the other green plants and put with the lemons just to give it a more real effect. Now here is where I actually used some burlap string, and I made a hole with a knife. As I told you all in the beginning, I made a hole with a knife, and I also made a hole on the other side too, as well as near from the M, and I think it was near the W or the E. But I also made a hole. I just eyed it really. I didn't really measure it. And I just stuck it through. I wiggled and wiggled and it went through. So yeah, if you're wondering whose hand that was my fiance. He was helping me at the time. So yeah, and also I tied them into like a knot on the top of it so it won't be shown. And I used some command strips. I had them hanging on my wall an hour before, and I hung my canvas, and it is so beautiful. It brings so much light to the kitchen. Okay guys, so this is the next project. It is a 3-tier tray made with 2 Dollar Tree skinny handle holders, or whatever you want to call it, candle holders, and 2 Dollar Tree clear glass plates and 1 Dollar Tree, I guess you can call it a lemon bowl, but a fruit bowl, and that was glass as well. The whole thing is glass. But yeah, I really thought it turned out really beautiful and just so summery and floral, and I loved it. And I'm happy that I actually made this piece as well, because it brightens up my kitchen for the end of spring, beginning of summer. So to actually stick this on, I used E6000 and I also used hot glue. Now, where the only thing that I really regret about this whole 3-tier tray that I didn't pay attention to was ripping the stickers off. I did that for my last project and messed up as well. The other 3-tier tray that I made for Easter. If you guys want to see that as well, you can actually go on my YouTube channel, which you're probably on now watching the video. Creamy, you're so easy. But you can actually watch that on my channel as well. But here, I didn't rip the paper off. I did not rip the paper off. So the project ended up falling apart on me. So what I eventually did was rip the paper off the bottom of one candle holder, the one that actually fell apart on me. So we're honestly looking forward to the other one not falling apart on me. Hopefully it doesn't, but it's already up and decorated, so I really hope it doesn't fall apart on me. But the bottom piece fell apart on me, so I had to rip that piece off. And that's just a head up for you all. Just take the paper off. Me, I need to learn how to take the paper off, because I tried scraping it with my nail, but only a little bit came off. And that was it. I think if I use sandpaper or like a scrub pad or something, I might be able to get it off. Also, another thing with this project is, if you notice that it was like off towards the end of this clip, you'll see that it looked like it was off, like the middle plate was a push to the side a little bit, and then the bowl was to the right, like with a right left thing. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put it straight down the middle, but to be honest, I love the way that I did it because it made it look different. Like this piece was over to the left and the other piece was to the right. It made the bowl, not the bowl, but it made the tier tray look like zigzag, like it was a zigzag design or motion or something like that. I really liked it, the way that it turned out. And this is the finished product. I was trying to tell you all show you all how the zigzag look, and I think you can see it right here. I can just a bit, but I really like the way that it turned out. It was nice, it was different, and I really love the top bowl. Like $1 for that bowl. Oh my god, beautiful. I love this piece. And this is the finished product. I used a lot of items from Dollar Tree and Target's Dollar Spot. Now, the next DIY summer piece that I did was a fairyland table centerpiece, I guess you can call it. But this is what I came up with. I purchased a lot of little figurines from Dollar Tree, and yeah, I loved it, the finished product. Oh, the only thing that I didn't like, that I eventually fixed later on, was it wasn't enough of reindeer moss. So I took the reindeer moss, bought some more reindeer moss, and then I took some extra reindeer moss like I had piled up around the land, and I just sprinkled it over the black part of the cardboard. But yeah, this piece turned out really beautiful. It's actually sitting on my table right now, And at night, I put 2 candles inside of it and I light it up and turn the light off. And you guys, it is beautiful. Like, it's just looking at it, it just put me at ease and peace. And I really love this piece. And I hope you all do too. So right here, I'm showing you all what I am going to be using for this project. And fair warning, this project is really long, so I'm going to fast forward it like really fast because you'll be sitting here for a minute trying to just basically figure out what I'm doing. So I'm going to just explain to you all what I'm doing while it's fast forwarding, because this piece was the longest. This project right here was the longest to do, and honestly, it was one of the most peacefulest, longest ones I've had to do. Just sitting there, honestly, just it's peaceful. So before I get to rambling, I am using little tiny fairy pieces that I purchased from Dollar Tree. There's a deer, a bird, and a rabbit, and a barrel, flower, and also a flower pot. And I also used 6 bags of reindeer moss for this project. Additionally, 1 more bag I had to purchase. Some scissors just to clip off, the little extra strings that was on the little figurines. I bought a couple of fairies. So this fairy right here is actually on a seahorse log. And I really like the way they had them. And also, this one is reading a book. And the other one, I think, was just sitting there. And the other one was also actually smelling a flower. So, yeah, and that's their clothesline. Like, I really thought this project was just so adorable. It was just, I love it. All I needed was some glitter, and I could have called it Pixieland or something. This is a welcome sign that I purchased from Dollar Tree to also go with the Fairyland. I also used the black board that everything is sitting on. That was actually the board I used to put all the moss and actually build the village on. So right here, I also bought some like little houses. This one looked like an acorn / pineapple to me. So I purchased this little fairy house, and I also purchased a tree log fairy house, I guess you could say, and a couple of frogs. The only thing that really was weird to me was the frogs, because they were really big, and then the fairies were small, which is okay because fairies are originally small. But the animals with the fairyland was actually small too, and the frogs are big, so it was kind of like is it gonna go? But honestly, I love it either way. I used some rocks. I used actually not 4, but 1 bowl out of that package from Dollar Tree. I used some floral and greenery from Dollar Tree, a hope rock from the garden section. Most of the stuff is from the garden section. I used that. And I also used some stackable wood blocks from the kids area in the toy section to actually make the fence around the Fairyland, and also to give the fairies a little height when they were sitting down on the grass, because they were a little low and then you couldn't see some of them. So I actually hot glued some of those onto the black paper before I actually added the moss. So as I told you all before, I was going to be gluing some of the kids stackable wood blocks, I guess you can call it, together. So I stacked 4 of those together and stuck them together with hot glue. And then I hot glued the no, I actually didn't hot glue the fairy down yet. I waited until I had the moss down, and then I hot glued the fairy down to the green reindeer moss. But right now, I'm just really just putting things where I would like to see them at. So here I started pasting down my green reindeer moss with hot glue to the black poster board. And then I put more on top because it looked a little empty, which made it more fuller. So here I am using, well, I already filled the bowl up with water, but I'm going to be using a green bath bomb, which kind of sucked but turned out to be beautiful because it was supposed to turn blue. It was going to be blue water, but it turned out to be green water. So I just left it how it was, and then I took some greenery and like little green leaves and put it inside of the water to make it look like tadpole, is it tadpoles? Like little leap pads, that's what it is. Little leap pads for the frogs. guys, this is the finished product. It looked so beautiful. Like, this just gave me life. I loved it. So in this project, this was just an extra bonus. So altogether, this video is going to be very, very long, and it has 4 projects in total. I purchased my mother-in-law 2 cards, 2 bags of Laffy Taffies, some cup holders, a candle holder, or should I say cup coasters, a bag, and I made this beautiful DIY for her. I really hope she loves it as much as I loved doing it. And without further ado or any talking, we're gonna get into this one. So for this project, I am going to be using a big, beautiful yellow butterfly and a lot of lavender, a Mother's Day bag, 2 cards that I purchased her, some Laffy Taffies, some purple and white ribbon, a Best Mom Ever candle holder. It was beautiful. I'm going to be using 1 flower pot and 1 wood ring, I guess you can call it, some scissors to actually cut the flowers up. I purchased a lot of floral for this project, some green moss, and 2 cup coasters, and I'm actually going to be using the black poster board up under it just for the ring of the flower pot, just to hold it, so the flower vase itself won't fall through. And I'm using some hot glue just to hold everything together, and some E6000. So right here, I am going to be cutting around the black board. I'm laying the wood ring down on top of it just to make sure, you know, it's not too big and not too small. It's just the right amount circle that I need. I'm going to actually be using a kitchen knife for this because I didn't have any other tool to use at the time in the kitchen with me. So yeah. So right here, I am hot gluing down, well, I'm putting hot glue onto the black poster board circle that I actually cut out. And P.S., I so don't know how to tie a bow. I've never done one before, and I really, 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 truly believe that this turned out beautiful. Like, guys, look at that bow. It is a first time for everything. Oh, and also I'm using the scissors to actually cut off like little strands because this stuff did get strandy because I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, I had to try over and over again, but it eventually worked. And here I'm going to be using some lavender floral. I'm actually going to be using scissors to cut the floral down a bit so I can stick it inside of the ring of the wood, the little wood ring at the bottom that's holding everything together basically. But I'm going to be sticking it inside of it, like it was little holes and whatnot, so I just started sticking it inside of the border of the wood, if that makes sense to you all. And here I just added in the floral I purchased. I think it was about 3 or 4 bundles. 3 or 4 bundles. I actually wish I would have purchased some more, but this would do. Yeah, it was 3. It was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 3 daisies, 1 rose, and 1 spider floral flower. So it was about 5 bundles of floral. This is how it turned out. It was beautiful and I actually loved it, and I can't wait to give it to my mother-in-law. So this is the end of the video, and thank you all for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, you are the real MVP, and I really appreciate it. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and actually comment down below which one was your favorite. As I stated in the beginning of this long video, let me know, communicate with me, get to know me, and I get to know you. But all in all, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.